Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. We talk about mental health, mental fitness, tennis mental fitness, a lot more than we have ever in the history of the game. We found something that can and could possibly help all of us. Stay tuned. I've actually been looking for a sports psychologist for probably 3 months now, kind of specifically catering tennis. My buddy Jake actually said, I'm working with a company called Apeak Tennis, and it's a mental tennis app that can actually change your tennis outlook, can change how you see the sport, can improve your mental fitness. I recruited my buddy and I said, Patrick, can you check this out for me? Because you're active in USTA matches right now. And I wanted Patrick here to kind of go over the program, tell me the benefits, and see if it actually works for his game. So welcome, Patrick, and thank you for testing out the app for me. Now, when I first had you downloaded and give it a shot, what did you first think of the program?
I like to be in all those part of all those famous names now. Yeah, and Patrick is also using this app. What was interesting was the first thing I was thinking of is remembering to use the app. Right? It's always remember to do things, right? Make it part of your routine. When I installed the app and I started using it, I was like, okay, I kind of understand what it's trying to do. At first, I thought it was just merely making sure you take that break to kind of just almost relax and maybe have one thought. So when going through the app, it was interesting because there was pre-game, there was after the match, there was also practice, before your practice, after your practice, during your practice, specific things you want to work on. There's all these little, not necessarily like swing thoughts, but maybe 1, 2 real focus points. And then they make you kind of stop to actually really think about it and visualize it. And I found that really interesting, right?
When you downloaded it though, were you skeptical about how it would work?
The best story I have is just the recent match. And I was using the app and I was going to play doubles. And one of the selections is playing doubles against opponents stronger than you. A couple of the thoughts that they had in there was, let's say if you're playing the net or not playing the net, whether you're serving or not serving, you affect the play at that point. It never really hit me in that way, right? It's like, how do I affect the point if I'm not hitting the ball? And a specific example is we all talk about moving around when you're at the net. But if I was able to like poach a couple and now I'm still moving around, that person in front of me who's turned the ball in my direction is now guessing or trying to take a gamble of what I'm going to do. But the fact that I'm making those moves is making them rethink what they're trying to do. Maybe do a fake, maybe not do a fake. And now I'm seeing that person actually trying to evade my space, not just not hit it at me. I'm affecting that change just by moving around. And the fact that I was able to use this app and really think about that before the match, again, it's a tactical thing that it's asking me to do, but the whole let it sink in, think about it for more than just a minute or a second. Don't just check it off your list. It was actually kind of embedded in me that I could see it unfold while we were playing. And I was really surprised at that. Like, it really opened my eyes. I was very enthusiastic.
So it basically kind of mentally gave you a game plan, a focus.
Right. That's a good way that's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, I came in there with a game plan, and I communicated that with my partner, and we were both on board to give that a try. And whether it's going to work or not, we don't know. The moment we started executing this plan and the strategy, it started working because we could see the returner was actually trying to hit the ball wider, farther away from me. And as I would take that little extra step or a little more cheat on the next serve, going even further, and now he's hitting the ball out. I'm affecting that change. I just felt like I was affecting that change. And I'm like, I felt like I was dictating the points and I'm not touching the ball. I'm not even receiving or serving the ball. I'm not even a part of the equation. But it's almost like by being that present, you're affecting the tide, and the tide shifted.
Right.
And visibly, they changed their plan. How the app applies to that, again, is now going to the post-match visualization. And so I did that after the match. And you come away with these, single thoughts for you to focus on. And basically what's great about it is just by you taking that break, you taking that rest afterwards to really contemplate. And then, like if you play, or even after practice or a match, you contemplate how you did, right? It felt good, felt bad. But by helping you focus on one or two things, you really absorb that information. And I was realizing, I'm like, wow, I really affected the change in that match. And I did nothing. I did nothing but be present in that space.
You had mentioned that this was a playoff match, and when you played them during the regular season, that you guys got destroyed.
Right.
And when you told the app that these guys were stronger than you, possibly better than you. Therefore, it told you just what to focus on.
So a good example of that would be one of the things when I told them about the doubles and playing from stronger. They say, I'm returning the ball. Don't be afraid of going after the alley shot. Mm-hmm. Take that once in a while. Make their net player, your opponent, know that you're willing to take that shot. Be okay to miss that shot. Because what you're doing is you're setting up your next shot. Right? You're making that guy go, I know that he might hit it this way. And if I don't, or I do, he's not confident in what I'm going to do yet. And that's part of the game right there, right? Already if that opponent is second guessing themselves, I already have an advantage of the point, and the point hasn't even started.
What Patrick is referencing is, in doubles, it's more of a chess match than it is like a physical battle in singles, where, like, let's say you're returning serve, you just knock a couple down into the alley or right at the net person just to keep them honest, like sometimes for the rest of the match, because they think that you can do that again. Therefore, they're probably going to stay home a little longer and not edge towards that middle too much.
Even where I'm setting up, now I'm thinking, well, let me set up half a foot this way or a foot that way. And I see the opponents change their strategy. It's in their faces. And I'm just like, it's seriously, the matrix code starts shining in front of me. And I'm like, I am taking control of this match. We kept them off kilter and we won the match. And I think it really is because it started with that visualization and me communicating with my partner what I wanted to do and what he wanted to do and work together like that. Yeah. But had I not been regularly using this app for this past month or so, I don't think I would have come to those spots in me.
So do you think, well, obviously there's people, Novak, using it already. Obviously, it's helping them, and it's helping you. Now, as you grow with the game, do you think and do you see that it can help evolve and take you to the next level too?
I think for me personally, what I like about it is it's kind of forcing me to take that breath and think about those things. But it actually makes me pause to kind of visualize the good things and the bad things.
So Patrick actually brings up a great thing, because I'm not much of a reader. I'm not big on reading on my phone, especially because the font is so small and I'm scrolling. This app actually reads to you. You hit play and it actually is like an audiobook. You can read, you can listen to it on your way to your match in your car and get the tips you need and not waste too much time.
You go, who has the time? But you'd be surprised. Because again, like this 8-minute spot, you can even shorten it. You can say, oh, I only have like the 6 minutes, so let me just do the shortened version.
Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, so just kind of get through it. It's almost like, the old school, I forgot something, so let me tie a string or put a rubber band around my finger or my wrist and snap it, right? But it's that plus an actual helping you to focus on what you think you need to focus on.
I want to thank Patrick for hanging out with me today and telling me his experience with this Apeak, the Apeak app. And thank you guys for checking it out. Thank you guys for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Man, it's windy today.
Am I at the right club?
Where is this wind coming from?
I should have restrung my racket. My eyes are so itchy.
My socks don't quite. How am I going to deal with this wind? Man, it's windy today. I gotta make sure
I hope
tight
Leonard
these.
is stringing those.
Man,
Did I have
shoes
enough
tight.
coffee today?
Why is it so freaking windy today?
Tight. Where is
That
that
water
bottle?
bottle.
Did I lock
Did I remember my?
car?
Where's
Where
this
is
phone
my
coming
phone?
from?
Feels tight.
Where is my phone?
Was I supposed to get my kid from school?
Yeah, I think I lost my water.
Do
I don't need a
enough
water
battery
bottle.
life on my
anyway.
cell phone? Did I bring the right ball?
Where
Or
is
is
the
right
sun? I
last
think I need a
night?
massage.
Man, did I have enough coffee
Maybe I
today?
should
Where is
have.
orange
How am I
on
going to
the
deal
shoe?
with
Do I need
this wind?
sunscreen today?
Let's open the Apeak app and find my Zen.
As you prepare for your match, let's talk briefly about consistency.
Time to play.